And how you doing?
Fine. How are you, Robert? Thanks for
Doing
having
great.
me.
Thanks for being on. I wanted to I wanted to congratulate you on a great album.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy you like it.
How was the recording process for Revolt?
The process was kind of different because I don't know if you have background information on our band. Um, I was auditioning for them in 2020, shortly before the pandemic hit, and for Dymytry, and because their initial singer, who's performing every song since the beginning of Dymytry in Czech, and I'm the guy who's going to do the international stuff. So I auditioned, and the guys liked what I did because I did a song here in my recording studio at home, and then afterwards we met at Cola's place, Kolikela studio. Excuse me. And yeah, it went smoothly. The guys were really nice and loved it, and asked me to join the band. And I was in the studio right away, and we started recording, and uh, was nice, was great.
And the title track, Revolt, was it one of the first that came to you?
Um, no, we actually started with Rise and Shine. Uh, because it was a ballad and also has a little bit of a heavy moment in it because the guys wanted to see my range. And yeah, we started with exactly with Rise and Shine, and then we went on. Revolt was, I think, the third or the fourth one that we did.
And how did the video process go for you in making that video?
Oh, those videos! We it was quite an exciting week. I went to Prague, where Dymytry are from. I live in Germany. I'm German, and I traveled to Prague, and we scheduled a week to film about four videos, and did also a photo shoot during that time. And yeah, it was quite some work. Early rising in the morning at 6, and then we went to the locations. We had various locations. I don't know if you've seen all our videos. It's Chernobyl 2.0. Then we got Revolt. We got Revolt was the first one we started right away, and we also had Somebody's Watching Me featuring Victor Smolsky. We did that in Prague as well, and also Never Gonna Die, our latest video that came out a couple weeks ago.
And speaking of somebody's watching me, how did the idea come about to do a remake of that song?
Oh well, it was actually during the recording process. We were basically done with the recording for the album, and planned one additional day to do some changes and corrections and whatever. And we were having a nice barbecue at the studio at night, and we were thinking about to use that day in a more meaningful way and to deliver a cover. So everyone was checking out their Spotify, and I have a Spotify playlist that I made 2 years back, where I put in songs, various songs from all kinds of timelines and all of that, which I always wanted to do and cover. And Somebody's Watching Me popped up on my playlist, and everybody was like, "Oh, that sounds cool. I think we could do a metal version out of it." We showed it to Kola, our producer, the next day, and he said, "Let's go for it." And it was basically done in 3 hours. And Victor Smolsky delivered the solo a couple days later, and yeah, it turned out fantastic. If you ask me, I don't know if you like it.
Absolutely. And I wanted to ask lyrically about the song "Until the World Knows Why."
Yeah.
It, it has a it's powerful. It seems like a very powerful song, and I wanted to know if you could speak on it.
Yeah, well, I leave we write the lyrics pretty much together. Um, it's we don't have that approach. There's no ego bullshit in our band. It's about delivering the best stuff that suits the song, that serves the song. So um, yeah, I've done a little bit on that song, and our producer as well. And I love to keep things open for interpretation, you know. So everybody who's listening to it kind of feels something about it. Of course we want to catch people and kind of initiate something in them. But it's open to everyone. That song is going to mean something different than it does to me any time. You know, it's basically with all of our songs. There's no specific topic other than Chernobyl, of course, which is a topic of the catastrophe back in '86. Yeah, but until the world knows why, for me personally, it's just my whole journey as a musician and things that I stand for, that I fight for, and I'm gonna keep on doing it until the world knows why. You know what I mean? So that's my
And,
message.
and I wanted to ask you, the band has had great success and in a quick fashion. Did was there pressure when you were in the studio? Did you feel a certain pressure?
No, for me it wasn't pressure at all. That album exists also in the Czech version, where with Czech lyrics. It was initially written in 2019, so I knew what I was up to. Um, I knew that I'm going to join a band that is already pretty famous in the Czech Republic, but not outside of the Czech Republic. And we signed a deal with AFM Records, which was pretty cool because I know the label. A lot of bands that I enjoy over the time are signed to AFM, and we're label mates now, which makes me kind of proud. And the work with AFM has been fantastic so far. Uh, yeah, there was no pressure on me. You know, I was pretty confident. I don't know. The guys are super experienced as well. They've been in the business for about 20 years and having a big career in the Czech Republic so far. So yeah, we just kept it lightly and did the best we can. Without having any pressure, because I think whenever there's pressure, you will force yourself to do things that might not flow. You know, it will always be a different environment. So we choose to have a comfortable approach while recording, a light approach, and a approach full of fun. You know, we just wanted to deliver songs that we enjoy and think that people will enjoy as well.
And are there any tour plans?
Yeah, we had a lot of plans for for a couple of months now, but you know, there's this COVID thing going. So we had a tour scheduled in January and February. It was mostly Europe, and it got canceled due to Omicron. And yeah, since then we're basically in touch with our management and booking agency, and we're trying to get as many shows as possible. The boys are playing already in the Czech outfit in the Czech Republic um, almost every weekend now, and I think that we can make something work out in May, June, and maybe late summer. But it's nothing confirmed yet, and yeah, we hope to tour as much as we can. We hope we can make it to the States next year. Depends on if anyone wants to see us or hear us.
Absolutely. I'm sure that with this album, you'll definitely get heard a lot in the States.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be a dream come true, and most definitely we would love to tour the States.
I wanted to also ask you if you could speak on, I know you're newest member and everything, but could you give me an idea of how the band formed conceptually?
Uh, you mean the masks and all of that?
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of a thing that I really we talked about it a lot of times because it's my first masked band I'm in, you know. And when I heard, uh, "Do you want to join them?" But they got masks and all of that. Of course, the first thing that comes up is Slipknot, but you know, Kiss has been there before, and a lot of bands have been doing the costume kind of thing. And I think it's exciting. I think it's exciting for the audience to see some entities on stage that are apart from the audience, you the feeling that we want to have with our fans is like a unity, like a family. That's how Dymytry calls their fans, family forever, and we want to create that by being the heads of the family with our crazy makeup, masks, and costumes, and we deliver a show full of fire and LED walls and all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's fitting our concept, and we just want to stand out, and it's a good way to do that if you have a nice outfit. Because for me personally, when I go to a show, and I might love the album and everything, but some of these bands, they go on stage and they wear their daily clothes and they concentrate on their playing, and there's the show aspect is missing for me, and I think it's the biggest aspect. When you attend a show, you want to see a show, and I don't mind if they play a wrong chord or anything, as long as there's action, and that's our approach. We know how to play. We want to have the looks, and people seem to enjoy it. It's like a big Halloween party all year long.
And I also wanted to ask you, what can fans look for next?
Well, we are already having 10 new songs in the pipeline. The demo is already done. It's been done last year, of course, because we had a lot of time during the pandemic. As long as you can't play live, you try to write as many songs as possible in the studio. And we've been busy with that. We have 10 strong songs, and there's going to be plenty more to record for the follow-up album. We're also having a little secret project that we're working on right now that is developing slowly, which is going to be really interesting. But I can't tell too much about it. So it's best to follow us on our socials, and to keep in touch with us. I'm really active on Instagram as well with my private profile, and always handing out the recent news. So just follow us, and there's going to be a lot more happening.
I wanted to ask you, as an artist, if you could pick your proudest moment, what would that moment be?
My proudest moment. Oh, there's been a couple of proud moments. I mean, as an artist, you learn to deal with disappointments. And recently, I would say the release of Revolt was a really proud moment for me, because it's the biggest release of my life so far. And it was also received so well because the videos are having a lot of views, the plays are going crazy. A lot of new fans, a lot of old fans that are coming over. So that's probably one of my proudest moments in my musical career, at least.
I also wanted to ask you, along your musical journey, what's the best advice you've been given along the way by another artist?
Um, by another artist, I learned to work hard. I enjoy working hard. It's a perfect fit for me to join this band because they're hard workers. They've been busting their asses all the time, and it was self-deserving what they did. They didn't have a label. They didn't have anyone, and they reached their success all by themselves. And for me, it's be humble, be creative, dare to fail, and improve your skills whenever you can. And don't be afraid of making any choices.
And what are some artists that influenced you to get into music?
Oh, there's been a bunch of them. I'm a metal kid. I grew up as a metal kid, but with Pantera, with Metallica, with Slayer, with Alice in Chains. A lot of these big, huge bands are influences for me personally, and I stayed true to heavy metal in general, extreme metal, whatever you want to call it. I'm not too picky about genres. I just, if I like it, and I think it's cool, I'm going to listen to it. If it's Cannibal Corpse, or if it's the newest Ghost stuff that came out, I enjoy both sides of heavy music, of rock music, and of course some grunge things that came along the way, like Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, and all of the big bands out there. Tool, I love Tool. as a more progressive band. Yeah, those are my roots.
And I wanted to know if you have any funny road stories that you could share.
Oh, you got me cold on that one. I can't think of anyone right now. Yeah. I had a with my old band. I was playing. We were playing a club in front of 700 people, and I was discussing it with my former guitar player that we needed in-ear monitoring because I don't trust the guys doing the actual monitors on stage. And if you're singing, and you don't know the guy who's doing the sound for you, I'm always a little bit skeptic about the results. So what happened was during the opener, he blew all monitors. They were all done. I didn't hear anything except for the PA, but it was like a yeah. I was blindly following along, and with the result that I screwed up my voice for the next two shows. So
Wow.
I'm not doing that anymore. That was a lesson learned. I was right all along, but it happened, and I know better now. And from now on, we're equipped with in ears and all the latest stuff that's out on the market to provide us with good quality hearing.
And if you get some spare time, what are some hobbies that you're into?
Oh, I'm doing sports. I'm actively in the gym right now, and I'm a photographer and videographer myself. I directed and shot half of our video "Never Gonna Die," the latest one. That's what I did. That's also my profession as well, next to music. So I enjoy photography. I enjoy art. And I like to play. I'm a gamer. I like to play Call of Duty, and I do that in my free time.
And what's the last CD that you have listened to?
The last CD I listened to is the newest Ghost album that came out, and before that, let me see. I got my Spotify open. I can tell you exactly what I did. It's yeah, it's Ghost. I've been really spinning that album, and yeah, that was the latest. Um, I didn't
Yeah,
have time to check anything out. Mostly, I listen to music is in the car or at the gym, and because I've been active also recording music myself. So when you do that every day, sometimes you need some time off from other influences and noise. So sometimes silence is best. But yeah, I can recommend the newest Ghost album. I love it.
yeah, I can as well. I
Yeah.
think that band has a wealth of talent.
Yeah. It's
And
the songwriting.
if you ever get a chance to see that band live, they are phenomenal.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. He's a fantastic songwriter as well. I mean, those hook lines and that 80s vibe. And I mean, whenever you listen to the album, you know you heard it somewhere before, but it's hidden so well that you can't come up with a band that played that exact melody before, So I love to be reminded of that era because I think the 80s were just a phenomenal musical era with bunch of great songs, maybe produced a little bit like crap for nowadays standards in producing, but a lot of songs that are so timeless, and Ghost is doing exactly that. I think when you listen to them in 20 years, you will still enjoy it, and you won't be able to define from what time they come. That's amazing.
And what's the best way to get merchandise from the band?
Well, there is a shop that we got, the official Dymytry store. I don't know if there's any access so far from the United States, but we're working also on merch that we're gonna exclusively have in our European or worldwide shop with AFM. So sit tight. We're working on it and new designs and everything. It's been a um, busy weeks behind us. So a lot of other things to do that had a bigger priority, but we're constantly working on stuff, and like I said, best is you follow the socials, and we're gonna always post the newest things that come up.
And lastly, I wanted to ask you if you could give a message to your fans, what would that message be?
That message would be support musicians. You know, we had everyone in the world had a rough time during that shit pandemic, but I think musicians struggled the most, and we put so much heart and love into it, and we hope that you are going to be entertained and that you will spin our stuff, be it on Spotify or you buy a copy, or if you want to get merch or anything, do it. Not specifically our stuff in general. I'm speaking of all bands out there. You know, if you enjoy something, if you appreciate the music that has been done, try to support the band. Buy a shirt for $10, $15, whatever. If a lot of people do that, a lot more great music will come out in the future. And I hope that. And I know the metal community is strong. The metal community is supportive, and we stick together and we go through the bad times as we go through the good times. So. Thank you for that, and thank you for support. Thanks for following us and spinning our album and recommending us to your friends.
Well, I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Anytime, man, and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure for me as well.
Please feel free to update me at any time any new news comes about so we can get it out there.
I will. Thank you very much, man.
All right, you take care, my friend, and have a great rest of your day.
You too, Robert. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Thank you.